So we need just one more run to unlock the Melting Remnant to kill enough enemies. Let's roll random, one semi-last time. One last time for now. And see what kind of run we have. Now that we're on Covenant 10, just like the Ascension levels of Slay the Spire, there's a cumulative stacking penalties in Monster Train, very much inspired by Spire here. Covenant 10 is one of the first ones that really modifies our gameplay. We now apply Ember Drain 1 to the first unit played on the top floor each turn. So if we play a unit on top, then we have to pay with an extra energy on the following turn. Makes setting up on the top floor a lot less appealing. And boss power increases with shards now, so we're actually going to see if we take lots of shards, the bosses get really strong, which can add some more difficulty to our runs. Oh, one of my favorite combos, Wormkin Stygian. This is the ultimate spell power build, essentially. Although Spine Chief is our Lord and Savior is interesting. Yeah, kind of like Spire meets Tower Defense. I'd say that's a good description, for Spirit Gun. It's a deck builder like Spire. You've got 5 cards per turn, 3 energy per turn. But what you're doing with that is quite different. You're attacking units on multiple floors of a train and trying to keep units of your own alive. Every unit has both an attack and a health value. Kind of Hearthstone style. So they have both an offense and a defense, and that can be modified in a number of ways. We also have more conventional spells, which are a bit more recognizable. Do damage to an enemy. Do damage to an enemy. Yeah, this is a really good start to a spell power build. Is there a Spine Chief variant that works with spells? Yes, the Decayer. When you gain shards, charged echoes on this floor, apply Reap 2 to all enemies on the floor. Reap is a status effect that causes damage at the end of turn to enemies equal to the number of Reap stacks times the number of echo charges. So Reap can really scale to absurd amounts of damage quite quickly. But you need to have cards that give you echoes. Those are cards with this purple border here. You've also got cards that require charged echoes to play. Proclamation has the extract 2 keyword, meaning we need 2 charged echoes on the floor we're trying to play Proclamation on in order for the card to be played. Ooh, triple spell upgrade slots. We've had a couple runs involving this. This is a very good start to triple upgrade the spells. In particular, Proclamation is very breakable. So Monster Train have a similar expected win rate to Spire. I'd say maybe even a little bit higher than Slay the Spire. You can definitely, if you're very good at this game, win almost every run. And there's certainly a lot of skill going into the decisions that you make. Although sometimes those decisions are silly. And I'll pay 15 shards to get another artifact, and I was hoping we might see this one at some point during this run. To get it so early is extra absurd. When a card with the extract keyword is played, gain 1 energy and 1 charged echo. That's absurd with 2 proclamations, especially if those proclamations have an extra upgrade slot. We can now do some very stupid things with our spells. Mark of Invasion. Enemy units appear on every floor at the start of battle. That can be pretty tough, but we've got ways to deal with them, particularly the Spine Chief's Reap. So we'll gain 75 gold. I'll do it. Yeah, Monster Train is definitely about finding a combo to break the game in time. Got to do it fast enough, or it won't be successful. So in Monster Train, there are 3 floors to your train, with going in the order of bottom to top. And then at the very top of the train is the last shard of the pyre. This is essentially your health. Enemies are trying to reach the top and attack the pyre, and you have to stop them with your units and spells. Oftentimes you want to set up on top because that gives your units the most turns of preparation to deal with the incoming enemies. But now that we take Ember Drain for deploying on top, that is not always something we want to do. That said, something that you can do is play a unit that dies to have the Ember Drain on. Because if that unit dies, then the Ember Drain status effect goes away, and you won't take the energy penalty. So those will both perish. Let's fracture one of these nerds. Gives us another charged echo on this floor. Get a collector. Fortunately, the Ancient Resonance can wipe out this floor entirely, including the collector, which is an enemy that you get bonus money if you kill successfully. And then we can just play a spell up top to kill all the minions. Up here, the Spine Chief will take some damage, but we can afford the loss. Dead. So all the units get reaped because of the Spine Chief's ability. When you see the words "a brief respite," that means that the boss is about to arrive. You get one turn of nothing arriving, and then the boss appears, and you must deal with it. So, we have to have two echoes to play this. And we get one echo back, and one ember back, because of the Carving Chorus Ska. That's pretty cool. Ooh, I can't quite hit the boss with a proclamation. That's unfortunate. But we can kill all the minions, so I might as well. And give the boss a little bit of reap. That'll do some damage over time as it ascends through the floors. 4 damage on this floor, maybe a little bit more on the next floor. It's not a lot, but every little bit helps when you're dealing with a boss, usually. Ancient Resonance does 20 damage. Frozen Lances do 12, but improve the reap damage by 8, so it's 20 either way. Okay, fair enough. Then at the top floor, our champ will engage in combat back and forth for as many turns as it takes for one side to get wiped out. Currently, we're losing to the boss, but good old helical crystals change that, thankfully. In fact, the boss actually does win, but then the damage from Reap kills them before they can go to the next floor. So it's a complete wipe, which is a victory for us. GG. Oh, I was hoping we'd see exactly this, although Bounding Echoes is also very good. An infused version of Proclamation is very good with Carving Chorus Ska because it provides one charged echo when we play it, and then the Carving Chorus Ska refunds one charged echo, and it costs 2 charged echoes. So with the Carving Chorus Ska and the infusion, it's cost 2, gain 2, net 0 echoes, which is very good. Meanwhile, it's doing absurd damage to enemies. Also an infused offering token, heck yeah. That's another good way to get echoes. If I didn't have a million ways to do huge damage to the front, I'd consider Crypt Builder here, but Crypt Builder is going to be inferior to Proclamations, for sure. So let's take this offering token. And it's free if you have 2. You can use the charged echo from the infusion to pay for the card, the cost of an extract card. Is Infused like upgraded? No. No, it's quite different. Provides a special resource for this clan only. Oh, and we do get holdover. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Twitch chat. This is how you turn 1 kill Divinity. Stuff like this. Although, holdover doesn't help you turn 1 kill anything. But this is how you kill everything. Everything! You can also hold over the offering token, but this is much better. Might want to add Consume to one of these proclamations, make it do 150 damage. Keyword soup. Delicious. Resonance being cheaper is nice. Merchant of Magic sells upgrades here, and Monster Train upgrades aren't specific to a card, but rather every card has a certain number of upgrade slots, and you can put upgrades with fixed effects into them. Very notably for spells, cost reductions are available that are a big deal. I just want this one to be 100. I'm not going to upgrade this with things that are pathetic. Needs to have good upgrades only. Could take a Permafrost to retain one of our spells. Doesn't seem like we have anything worth retaining, though. What I will do is take more money so that we can spend more money at the next Merchant of Magic, continuing to spam upgrades onto these spells. I really do plan on going hog wild with spell upgrades this run, and probably completely ignoring the existence of Merchants of Steels, which I know is not advisable, but here we are. Here we are. We'll give all the enemies 10 additional armor. That's actually quite challenging with these hasty disciples. But I think we can deal with it. I think we can deal with it. Yeah, we got Holdover Proclamation turn 1. I might actually want to put Spine Chief on the bottom here, if that's the case. That way we can reap everything as they come in. Problem is, Spine Chief will take a ton of damage. Yeah, that seems fine. Echo back. That also creates 2 Inspire procs for the champion here. And that is quite something indeed. Frozen Lance kills you. Good. Might as well discard that. Kerpow. Kerpow again. Death upon all of you. That's the next source of damage. So it does 6. We unlocked Melting Remnant. Heck yeah. Let's get some more stuff. Deal 150 damage to the boss. Kerpow. And then apply Reap to the boss, causing it to perish after we die. I'll take it. $70 and $50. Not too bad. So we get 3 drafts. 1 Wormkin card, 1 Stygian card, and then a unit draft. We'll also be able to play Melting Remnant on our next run, which is going to be excellent. An Infused Shelter is here, or we can take an Echo Infusion, which is also free with the Carving Koriska. Another Proclamation is another option. Number 2 per Echo. Honestly, more Proclamations does seem kind of good. Give me one more. Make it to Murder Town. These are both Infuse, which are great spells, but they're not as great as Proclamation. So, no. If we want a unit, we've got some options. Keeper of Echoes is particularly notable. Keeper of Echoes is the Inspire keyword, meaning the Keeper of Echoes will apply stat boosts to the whole floor that they're on every time we gain a charged echo on that floor, which is going to happen a lot. Don't think the Bog Chrysalis or Cold Kalia do much. Okay, I'll take that. Our third artifact is the most important one for this deck, external hard drive. The Carving Koriska gives us Ember and Echoes whenever an Extract card is played. So it breaks all these proclamations. We have 4 copies of Proclamation. They're all discounted heavily, essentially. And they're all energy generators, or Ember generators, depending on how you want to phrase that. They're very good. Move, consume. Oh, I can have a... Interesting. I can just have a reusable 150 damage Proclamation if I want to. Curious. I'd rather just have 2 of these consume Proclamations. Don't bother Eternal Stoning anything. Holdover again. So I could do Holdover Offering Token. Just as an echo generator here. Let's see what the Caverns has first. Consume is like Exhaust from Slay the Spire. The card is only used once and then goes to the Consume pile. Ah. Gain a Heartstone to give 25 health to a unit. Restore Pyre health if the Pyre kills a unit. Or all friendly units have 10 more health and Heartless, meaning they cannot be healed. Large Shard's not bad. 25 health on the Keeper of Echoes is also completely fine because I don't plan on going to any Merchants of Steel. Definitely going here. I can do double Hellven. Oh my god, we could break this game so hard. And we have the Divine Temples coming up. Oh yeah, we're gonna break the game. Big like. Gonna break the game real big like. I almost feel a little bad for what I'm about to do. Start a battle draw until you have 10 cards. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Actually. Just add more damage to this one. Seems pretty good. Cost reduce one of these helical crystals. You don't even need the helical crystals, quite frankly. Cost reduce a fracture. They need to be cheap. I might consider paying for a steward. We're not going to a Merchant of Magic here. Probably, actually, I may or may not go to this one. We're definitely going here, though. So yes, let's purge one steward. Give me some less units to draw. Alright, Daedalus is going to die. Very fast. This boss is always available to target as our first major boss. Constantly summoning bombs onto different floors of the train. Well, bad news, Daedalus. You have walked into your own doom. Just instantly, really. And I feel a little bad for you because of what I'm about to do. Only a little, though. So we kill the bomb with a Frozen Lance. And now we can play Proclamation, do 150 damage to Daedalus. Play the other Proclamation. We don't have enough echoes. We can fix that. There we go. Play the other Proclamation, deal 150 damage to the boss again. And then we could do 50 more with helical crystals. And a bit more with our attacks. So the poor boss has 111 health left after turn 1. And he flies to the top like a doofus, where he gets instantly killed by the other proclamation. GG. Once the boss dies, the fight's over. All the remaining waves are negated. And we get a deep offering with infusion on it. Oh, baby. And 3 upgrade slots. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's good. Ice and Fire is not bad in this deck either, actually. 90 damage to the front enemy unit. But can only be played on the top floor. Nah. Theoretically, I could use some of these units. Kinhost Vessel in particular is curious. But we're having fun on this run. I'm just going to kill stuff with spells. I want more draw each turn. We certainly don't need Ember, because the Carving Chorusco will provide. Capacity is not it either. It's definitely draw then, even though we don't get the draw on turn 1. We still want it. Alright, the real question is, does the Divine Temple have the real juice inside? Yes. Yes, it does. So here's what we do to Twitch chat. Add Spell Chain to this proclamation. It now creates another copy of itself when we play it. And make it do 100 damage and ignore any damage prevention on the enemy. So it's just 100 damage, create a new copy of itself, put it back on top of the deck. Then we duplicate this card. We have 2 of them. Using the Hell Vent, you often get card duplications in Monster Train. Sometimes the best runs just make one really good card and create more copies of it. And that will definitely swiftly bring a resolution to your opponents. You don't need none of that. Make it more Reap on Decayer. I also want more health on our champ here. Heck yeah. Alright, well that's super busted. And remember, none of these proclamations don't cost energy or echoes. In fact, they generate energy for us, as they do hundreds of damage over and over again for free. Crazy. Just crazy. And I draw 10 cards on turn 1. Oh, man. Alright, get absolutely hecked, apparently. This one doesn't consume. Get energy back. This one does consume. Beautiful. Deep offering, you love to see it. So, proclamation. Boop. Proclamation again. Proclamation again. And again. It's a good time. So now every turn we get to do 400 damage in 100 damage chunks to the front enemy. And this works even if there's no enemies left, so we can keep getting Inspire as well. Pretty ridiculous. So we want to play these. It doesn't matter. Free for spite, you don't say. Only thing would make this better is getting a bit more spell power boosting. Chunk. That guy also had a ton of reap stacks on him, so he would have taken massive damage even if he'd killed our champ there. This is a nice way to get lots of echoes for a floor. Just instantly fill the floor with echoes. I like it. Second deep offering infused again? What? Okay. Ridiculous. Hello? And I think rather than going here, we probably just go to the Hell Vent and create another copy of Proclamation here. Right? Like, it's just really good to do that. Then we go to the Merchant of Trinkets twice? We go to 3 Merchant of Trinkets, apparently. What the... Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that. We have to 110. Spell Chain again. Spell Chain Deep Offering. Kind of funny. Anything I want to be intrinsic necessarily? It's good on Soul Siphon, I suppose. Yeah, it's really good on Soul Siphon. Guarantee that's one of our opening cards. That's what intrinsic does. Makes you draw it on turn 1. I guess I will add Spell Chain to one of these deep offerings. Why not? It'll create a 3-cost offering. Spell Shield? I laugh at your Spell Shield. Oh no, not Spell Shield. Whatever will I do about that? Bonk. Don't have a lot of reason to play this offering, so I won't. I want that to kill the minion up top. $224 damage from Reap, by the way, on this guy, in case the spell wasn't killing him, which it is. Let's actually keep those upgraded, those super copies. Just create more proclamations for future turns. Games might seem easy compared to Spire, but keep in mind you're watching an expert play, and we're not even close to the maximum difficulty. So if you're comparing it to Ascension 20 Spire, of course it's going to look easier. I believe I've broken everything now. All proclamations? Always has been. I guess we're not going to draw back into these, so we can just play these. Ah! Alright, do your worst, Harpy. 940 health, have you? Let's see about that. Wow. And 255 damage from Reap if he were able to get through our health, which again does not occur. GG. Yeah, much more feast or famine, I agree. It's very much possible to die almost immediately in a monster train run. 4x Reap. Yes. Yes, Wormkin Spike is hilarious here. Why aren't the extract 2 cards not causing a net loss? Because of Carving Korska, we get 1 refunded for every extract played. It's also where the energy is coming from. I don't think I want any of these. Not even Frenzied Swarm. Not even Frenzied Swarm. Not even. Oh yeah, Endurin, we actually embarrassingly did a save and quit yesterday because I completely borked the boss fight by accidentally ascending it to the pyre room with Siren Song. Whoops. Now, your Forgotten Name is magic power scaling. It's only 1 per turn, but it's still something. Take it. This is a ton of healing, but I don't need it. Hell's Banners is energy on turn 1, but I don't need that either. Let's reroll here. Additional cards are infused. Chance to apply spell weakness to enemies that enter the train. That's got to be good. That's definitely a thing we're doing. Spell Chain Intrinsic again. Weird. Alright, I'll Spell Chain this Deep Offering too. Is that good? I don't know. But we're here. So... yeah. Good talk. Cave of 1,000 Eyes can give us another artifact. Sure, it'll offer pyre health. What you got for me? Units get an extra upgrade slot. Sure. Very unlikely to actually use that, but I like having the 3rd upgrade slot on everybody. Do the shards keep raising difficulty above 100? Yes. Many effects are in direct proportion to your shard count. So bosses will gain more stats, possibly a lot more stats, if you keep taking shards. Let's see, Arcus. Penalizes me for summoning units this turn. 3 spell shield and 9 stealth on Arcus here. Is not going to save Arcus one bit. Any action or resolve? But Inspire works, okay. Oh, and we actually want to Ember Drain ourselves for more Reap on Arcus here. Might as well. Might as well. So these units get dazed by the Dark Shard. You're not supposed to deploy on this floor, but I say I do. And I want Arcus to have lots of damage at the end of this. That's what I want. Have some Reap, Arcus. If I want a Deep Offering, I can't play any of this. Might as well Proclamation. Even though it bounces off the spell shield here. And then draw. Still 1 spell shield. I play Deep Offering 1 more time here, and I do want to. Card draw effects are very rare in Monster Train. To be able to do this with the Deep Offerings is highly unusual. Just 4 more Reap. I'd rather just play the Fracture, huh? I might as well get rid of this. 621 Reap damage. And Arcus keeps the 69 stacks of Reap, too, which will cause additional damage every turn in proportion with how many shards we've put on how many echoes we put on that floor. Pretty absurd. Okay, we definitely don't want to play spells on the bottom floor, though, so... Not going to worry too much about that nonsense, then. Could play this, but there's no reason to. Oh, there's 3 copies of the same holdover spell chain card. Yep. They sure are. And they are very strong. Boop. I'm sorry, Arcus, are you dead? How disappointing for you. Oh, GG. Got an 8-turn boss rush on Arcus 2. That's wild. Might be one of our highest scoring runs yet. Unearthed Remains can improve our maximum number of charged echoes. I actually really like that. For what this deck is doing. And we clearly don't need more energy, although I guess with the X cost and the deep offerings, actually we would appreciate more energy. So sure, I'll take 1 Fell's Remorse. 1 Herzl's Compounds. Sure. Sure. No Merchants of Steel this run, I forbid it. I don't actually have any incant abilities. Winged Steel is pretty good. That's 1 draw per turn. That will definitely help. What do we got here? Finally 30 magic power. Let me put that on the non-consuming one. 300 damage to the front enemy unit. Take it. And there's plenty of cards I'd like to lose, so... For you. Reap 5. Sure. Decayer 3 can apply absolutely massive damage over time. Actually, kind of like the Frozen Lances more than the Fractures a little bit, because the Fractures require a target. The Frozen Lance does not. Oh, am I going to this one? Seems likely. All worth it here. Let's see. It's actually not good. Either a split anvil. Okay. Sees me energy turn 1, I guess. Doesn't matter. Onwards. Armor 20. Easy. Easy peasy. Death. Should have played that first. Doesn't matter. Kerblap. 300. And then some. Call. Yeah, at some point we just start keeping the additional copies. Aw. These ones we're not going to get to play again. Big Bird. Alright, how much damage can we do to the Big Bird? 130 at a time here. Lots. Is the answer. We can do lots. $784 from Reap. But I'm not done. Just outright die. GG. Ridiculous. We actually haven't mastered Return Soul yet. That's kind of funny. Return a spell card from the discard pile to our hand, make it infuse, cheap, and consume. It'd be a nice way to delete unwanted cards, so you draw just the good stuff over and over again. I don't really need it here. Do I see myself returning to Griftlands? No. I think it's just too slow-paced for stream. Taking the money before I even see if I need it. Oh my. More Max Echoes. Create additional copies of the first Consume card. And a little bit late, Guild Marker. Same rationing scales. A little bit late. A little bit late. Alright, and you know we want, one more proclamation to really get the juices going. And now we just afford rerolls, or not rerolls, purges on things I don't want, like this helical crystals, or this frozen lance. I think everything else in this deck has a purpose here. Seeing those deep offerings stayed full price. Alright, that's fine. Alright, how many turns to kill Seraph? That is the question. Is it one? I think it is. But we'll see. It's got Rally and Incant too. Oh, right. I shouldn't have done that. That's fine, though. I'll just fill all of this. That way he'll take tons of Reap damage every turn. That's actually a good thing. Let's get all those maxed out like that. But we should start proclaiming stuff now. So let's proclaim. Proclaim that you will die. could either apply 28 additional Reap or play the Deep Offering, which seems probably better here. Because now we can... Urchin Spine's Proclamation. Some good damage. $864 Reap damage. He's dead. He's freaking dead on turn 1. Got him. 1,611 damage from Reap. Let's see if we can make it more. Wow, we can just play a whole bunch more Proclamations. And then Deep Offering again. More Reap. Have more Reap. Have more stuff. $4,064 damage. The Reap alone killed him from full health at the end there. GG. And there's our first 10-turn boss rush of the save file. We've never done that before. 100% score bonus. Absurd. Absurd. What are we proclaiming? His death. That's right. So, Last Divinity purifies Reap. However, not if you take 4,000 damage in one turn. Will that matter? So I'd like to see what the Last Divinity thinks they can do here. Alright, and correctly remembering... my first consume card will get duplicated. Of course, this is Seraph turn 1 kill is the only possible way to get a 10-turn boss rush. It's 9 turn if you kill Divinity turn 1. It's kind of neat. Probably not playing this Unearthed Remains. Maybe I shouldn't play the Keeper of Echoes, actually. Is the Keeper of Echoes a mistake? Yes, they are. Keeper of Echoes is a mistake to play. I think it would be foolish to do that. We don't need the Inspire at all. All we need is this. So we want to go Urchin Spine's duplication? I think so. That feels right to me. Can't use both of these Deep Offerings anyway. Wormkin Spike doesn't seem that good either. So we go Proclamation. Proclamation. Now we Urchin Spines. Then we Soul Siphon, Urchin Spines, Urchin Spines. Okay, draw a ton of cards. Well, draw 5. Aha! Boop. 2,135 damage. Like it ain't no big deal. Play some more regular Proclamations. Draw more cards. Oh, what's that? It's more Proclamations? Don't mind if I do. GG, Divinity. GG. An additional 1,392 from Reap. Not too bad. And there's your 9-turn Divinity boss rush. Holy moly. Hey there. If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And before you go, join us on Twitch and watch live. I'm there 5 days a week playing Slay the Spire, answering questions, and chilling with the community. Click the link in the description to follow right now. Ta-ta for now.